Come with me if you want to live.
It's just the fact that we're reporting on that. So I want to be clear, the company isn't bad. They're allowed to be in business and sell this to the government. In the past, we would see articles about 1 million body bags ordered by FEMA, or 300,000 plastic coffins ordered by Homeland Security. I mean, we've had all those articles. We just have never... But people don't care about an article or a news story. They want to see the coffins. So some folks in Georgia saw one of these facilities, and we've got Google photos of it and ground photos and video, just totally stacked with the coffins that go one inside the other like plastic Dixie cups, and they're just all there. Now we know this is FEMA. We know that these are coffins. Some people are debating that because we have all the news articles where it says FEMA's ordered coffins and body bags by the millions. This is just one stockpile just a few miles away from the Atlanta airport, which is the largest airport in the United States. And now under PDD 51 openly says that the White House is a dictatorship and that Congress has no authority. The chairman of the Homeland Security Department for 6-7 months, it's been going on for 11 months total since one of the people on the committee asked to see the documents. They're not even allowed to see the fully declassified, / classified version. But on the cover sheet of PDD 51, Presidential Decision Directive 51, it says that the president is a dictator.
FEMA's coffins for the American people. There are over 600 prison camps in the United States, all fully operational and ready to receive prisoners. They are all staffed and even surrounded by full-time guards, but they are all empty. These camps are to be operated by FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, should martial law need to be implemented in the United States. And here is the best part. Tens of thousands of caskets filling up FEMA-trained yards. Why did American troops simply dump the hundreds of thousands of dead bodies they found in the German death camps into simple pits without coffins? Because when you're planning the deaths of hundreds of thousands, a rotting corpse means nothing in long-term objective. So why not use a simply plastic container that you can make millions of, and stack bodies like cordwood, until you can build those industrial ovens to take care of the mess? You can simply roll those plastic disposable containers right into the ovens, without having to look at those horrid death faces. You do know, of course, bodies start to rot almost immediately after death.
Georgia? Huh? We're gonna show you. This is the government now. They have these coffins just sitting there. People have snuck in and took pictures of the army planning a mass slaughter on their own people.
There are millions of them waiting for you in different states across the country. Each coffin can hold 3 or 4 people, and most of you will be crammed into one right after martial law is declared in America. Your President George Bush is an important member of the Illuminati. The master plan of this satanic group of puppets is a new world order. Their goal is to kill 90% of the world's population so they can better control the rest of us, and they will start in America.
Let's see, depopulation. Yeah, there are some people who would like to reduce the population of the planet. If you go outside the city of Atlanta, go east about 60 or 70 miles to the town of Elberton, and then go north on Highway 77 about 10 miles, you'll find off to the right what's called the Georgia Guidestones. Looks kind of like Stonehenge, these big, huge granite rocks set up there. This was done by a guy who gave a pseudonym, came in, paid cash, had this company set these things up in 1980, called himself R.C. Christian, but that's not his real name. It says it right on the stones, a pseudonym, false name. On these Georgia Guidestones, it gives the 10 Commandments for the New World Order.
I think the New World Order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation.
10 Commandments for the New World Order. The first commandment was to maintain humanity under 500 million. I went there and looked at those things and said, now, hold on a minute. Today's population is 6 billion. They want to maintain humanity under 1/2 billion. Looks like a lot of people got to die for their plan to work, which is, by the way, the plan. Jacques Cousteau said we'd have to eliminate 350,000 people a day.
They have already built many industrial ovens inside the FEMA death camps. These ovens will be used to get rid of the dead bodies. However, even burning these ovens day and night, they will not be faster than the gas killing hundreds to thousands of people at a time. So the plastic coffins will be used to store the rotting bodies. If you are wondering why all this is going to happen to America, the answer is because you have rejected God and mocked His law. Your nation proclaims faith that it does not follow. You will reap what you have sown. I have very important information that is crucial for you Americans to know. On March 17th, the House of Representatives held a special closed session. This was only the 4th time in 176 years that Congress has closed its doors to the public. Not only did members discuss new surveillance provisions, as was the publicly stated reason for the closed-door session, they also discussed 1. The imminent collapse of the U.S. economy to occur by September 2008. 2. The imminent collapse of U.S. federal government finances by February 2009. 3. The possibility of civil war inside the USA as a result of the collapse. 4. Advance roundups of insurgent U.S. citizens likely to move against the government. 5. The detention of those rounded up at Rex 84 FEMA camps constructed throughout the USA. 6. The possibility of retaliation against members of Congress for the collapses. 7. The location of safe facilities for members of Congress and their families to reside during expected massive civil unrest. 8. The necessary and unavoidable merger of the United States with Canada for its natural resources and with Mexico for its cheap labor pool. 9. The issuance of a new currency, the Amero, for all three nations as the proposed solution to the coming economic crisis. In the span of less than 4 months, gasoline prices will rise 500%. This has already begun. The prices of both food and shelter rise over 300%. Unemployment levels will reach over 40%. The savings of millions will evaporate overnight due to currency devaluation and bank failures.
Of the Antichrist. Revelation 13, verses 16 through 18 is where we're going to start. Here's what he says. Here's the mark. He also forced everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a what? A mark on his, here's, you talk about specifics in the Bible, folks. Where's it at? You got two options. The right hand where? On his forehead. Why? So that no one, you're excluded, no one could buy or sell unless he had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of his name. And this calls for wisdom. If anyone has insight, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is man's number. His number is 666. Now go down to 14 verse 9. Here's what he says. Here's the penalty if you do that. A third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and his image and what? And if you receive his mark on the forehead or on the hand, he too will drink of the wine of God's what? his fury, his wrath, which has been poured out full strength into the cup of his wrath. He will be what? You're not getting to heaven. You're going to be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. And then he says, the smoke of their torment rises how long? It is not annihilation. You're going to be there forever, just as heaven is forever. The smoke of their torment rises forever and ever. There is no rest day or night. For who? For those who worship the beast and his image. For anyone who receives the mark of his name. Folks, according to our text, I think it's pretty obvious there really is coming a day when this whole world, the whole world of unsaved people is going to be deceived into receiving a mark on their body, specifically where? In the right hand or on the forehead, that actually represents the Antichrist himself. One day, the Bible predicted 2,000 years ago, the whole world of unbelievers is actually going to be unified with this identity, with this mark of the beast, the Antichrist, that is actually going to seal their fate for eternal destruction.